one on the left, so they're just making sure everything is correct. So Arco will be on the right hand side, Escobar on the left. Escobar, the 27-year-old Venezuelan, double World Cup champion. Hasn't the best 20-12 so far. 15 out in Chamonix was his best ever performance. And as for Arco, 21 years of age, bit of an unknown quantity in these games. And now both climbers are being called to the start. And then away, great start there from Arco. I think Arco went on the B of the bang. I think he went too quickly on the B of the bang, in fact. I thought it was too much of a good start. So both climbers will be called back. The Arco just went a millisecond too quickly. So they'll just reload. See the starter there has got his pistol ready as well, just in case of those false starts. Oh, I think it's something that should continue, I think, in athletics as well. The old pistol to get the races going. It's been going since the 1800s in athletics, and such a great thing is to see here as well. So just to remind you, Escobar the Venezuelan on the left hand side, Arco on the right. First race of these qualifiers. And then away this time, a lot of cooler start this time. Arco is doing well, he's on a half-length lead over Escobar, and he's going to take this quite easily in time of 7.52. And that's for Escobar, 9.44. He was a little bit disappointed with that, with the Venezuelan, but a good start there from Arco, which has been revised to 7.52. So the Ukraine will be pleased with his performance there. That's a good one he's done in the bank so far. It'll be the gentlemen, all the gentlemen will be going first. Their first race here, but it is a replay. A bit of a tentative start from both climbers, especially from Escobar on the left hand side, but Arco did well. He got his half-length lead halfway up the wall and just took it really with ease, and Escobar just loses his footing there on the left hand side, but he's got one more race to capitalise. But just remember, all these gentlemen will qualify, but they're just playing for seedings. 16 have come here and 16 will qualify. On the left-hand side, it will be Evgeny Vitsekovsky, and on the right-hand side, it will be Andreas Quinteros. So it's Russia v Ecuador, and then away, great start, and once again another false start. Our jury president, Tim Hatch, the IFSC delegate here, he's been very on the ball early this morning. Spotted 2 false starts already, and he said it was the Russian who caused it. Vitsekovsky of Russia, Quinteros of Ecuador. Clock's being reloaded, and they've both been called to the start again. They're away this time. Quinteros, this time has got to an awful start, but the Russian is doing very well here. He's doing this at a very good time. Oh, he's missed the button! Oh dear! 8.83 for Quinteros. Vitsekovsky misses the button, so his time won't count, but he does have a reprieve, as there's only 16 qualifying, there's only 16 here competing, so he may be seated low, but all is not lost for the Russian. Look at the replay here. The Venezuelan were off to a very, very cautious start, but the Russian staying on the left-hand side. Just keep your eye on him on the left of your screen as he comes to the top. Misses the button. He's just missed it by about a matter of inches. But that's all it takes in this game. I've seen it so many times in speed climbing in the past. That's one climber just misses the button and it's game over. This time, as the rain starts falling down here in Arco, Stanislav Kokorin on the left-hand side. Sergei Abdrakhmanov on the right.
Sono abituato a portare il cappello. Dopo un po' mi dà fastidio.
Mi vai spisa la testa.
È vero.
So Kokora on the left, Abdrakhmanov on the right. It's a Russian derby, they're away. And once again, there's another false start. Abdrakhmanov, I think it was on the right-hand side this time. Our jury president really on the ball. Yes, it was. Abdrakhmanov on the right-hand side causing that false start. Sergei Abdrakhmanov, three-time World Cup champion, the 22-year-old, the world number 6. Then you got Kokorin, the world number 2, four-time World Cup champion, the 22-year-old. Also a champion earlier this year out in Chamonix. 5th in Valdeone, so he hasn't had a bad season so far. They're away this time. Good start from Kokorin, the neck and neck, these two. This could be a final later on tonight. This Abdrakhmanov it is. Going to get there first, he does. 6.73 seconds, 7.22 for Kokorin. Not a bad effort from both these climbers. Guaranteed they'll be seeded quite highly come this evening's final. Yeah, it was a great start from both the Russians, in fact. Really early in this race, they were neck and neck halfway at the wall. Kokorin, just a tiny little slip, caused his fellow countrymen to go through. But still, not a bad effort from both climbers, and they'll be pleased with their first race. Isaac Estevez of Ecuador. Bit of an unknown quantity. It's his first tournament on IFSC calendar this year. Arseny Shevchenko of Russia. Shevchenko, the world number 7, 5 times. He's come second in World Cups. He's been the bridesmaid of this competition. He's never been the bride. Will his time come today?
You need something to cover or not?
5th out in Chamonix, 5th in Chongqing, 9th in Valdeone, so he's been a bit of a quarter-final specialist this year. Estevez on the left, Shevchenko on the right. Are we going to have a race without a false start? Yes, we are. Estevez with a bit of a slumbering start. Shevchenko stumbled already, so Estevez could go through. But this is a great comeback from Shevchenko. Was he going to get there first? Yes, he will. No, he missed the button. They both missed the button. Estevez actually recovered well to put a time in of 10.31. Shevchenko will be disappointed with that though, but again, as I said before, he's got the reprieve of knowing that he's going to qualify anyway, but he may be seeded quite low. There was Shevchenko, there's a slip in there. He slipped a couple of times here. As they headed up towards the sky. Just keep your eye on Shevchenko here. Missed the button. Both climbers, in fact, missed the button. But Estevez it was, got lucky that he got it on a second go. So, not exactly textbook climbing from both of these athletes, but still. Anyway, the next race is ready. And they are away. It's an all-Poland derby between these two. And they're going quite well on the right. It's neck and neck on the button, this one. And it's Kominsinski missed the button as well. That's the third climber to do that. Lucas Swerk with a time of 7.18. That's not a bad score. Not a bad time, in fact, to get him in the qualification. Here's the race in its entirety. Swerk on the right, Kominsinski on the Swerk on the left, Kominsinski on the right. In fact, both climbers were neck and neck up to this point. But Kominsinski, like the Russian counterpart before him, missed the button right at the death. Swerk it was with a time of 7.18. We're just getting ready here again. Bassamoan of France, the 27-year-old. Against Leonardo Gontero of Italy, the 18-year-old world number 26. He'll be cheered on from some of these fans here in Arco, no doubt. They're away. They're crying out, oh, that is a late false start call from our IFSC delegate. They were nearly 3/4 up the wall, in fact, when that was called, and it was the Frenchman, Bassamoen, who caused it. So they'll both reload. Bit more chalk so they can get a good grip on all them holes. The same route that they have in every IFSC event, that is exactly the same route worldwide. So they should all know it like the back of their hands. Second time lucky, they're away. Moem on the left hand side, Gontaro on the right hand side, it's neck and neck. Gontaro just slipped there, so Bohem's going to take this race quite comfortably. 7:09, good time. 7.42 from Gontaro is very respectable as well. Both climbers will be pleased with that one. A steady start from both climbers. Gontaro was on the right hand side, his foot just slipped. I think there it was, I think. Moem just looking steady, looking calm and collected. There was another slip from Gontaro as well to let the Frenchman go through. 7:09 he won that race in. But still, they have one more race to go. And remember, the men are only playing for seedings. Johan Lacusta of France, the 20-year-old. Sergei Sinitsyn as well. Oh, Sinitsyn is off to an awful start. Lacusta doing very well here. Sinitsyn trying to come back. Oh, Lacusta's gone. Unlucky. Sinitsyn will put it in time. He's missed the button as well. Oh, disaster for both climbers. They're 4 and 5 now who have missed the button completely. I'm not sure if a lot of these climbers were at the Rockmaster Award ceremony last night and partying to the early hours, because there are 5 of them so far who have missed the wall, and it is a schoolboy error, you could say, for these guys. Next 2 climbers coming up on the wall. Just both of them getting ready. Danilo Bodrev of the Ukraine, Libor Hoza of the Czech Republic. These are the last 2 climbers of this first race. Hoza, the 25-year-old, won number 5. He was first out in Chamonix in 2010, his only World Cup title. Bodrev, second in Chamonix this year. The 20-year-old won number 11. As the rain's turned into drizzle here in Arco, they're away. Surely a false start it is. Hoza went before the beat of the bang there. So they'll just get themselves ready. That's about the 4th or 5th false start we've had in the 8 races in this first half of these men's qualifiers. The women are just getting themselves ready, a lot of them with big coats on, just keeping themselves warm. It is a bit cool here in Arco this morning. I got a big coat on as well, keep myself dry from the rain. You don't really see it much on your screen, but it is really, a lot of guys up with umbrellas. Some guys really got here early in the morning as well to get the best seat in the house. They're away this time. Hoza with another good start, and he's going to take this race quite comfortably, I think. But Bodrev trying to come back, but Hoza will take it quite comfortably. 6.84, great time. 7.3 for Bodrev, both respectable. They've both got their times. They both got their times in the bank already. But that was a very good climb there from Libor Hoza. Keep behind him on the right-hand side. Excellent stuff this from the Czech. 1 World Cup title to his name out in 2010. But he's won the speed event at the Rockmaster on these walls in Arco a couple of times, so he knows it really well. It's a good hunting ground for him. So I think we'll be coming back now in reverse from the first race. So that's Manuel Escobar on the right-hand side. Alexei Yurko on the left. They're away, both climbers up to a good steady start. Yurko on the right, Escobar on the left. He's got a quarter length lead, Yurko now, but Escobar's coming back, it's going to be tight. Oh, and Escobar just slipped there, but 7.44 is a good time there from Yurko. Escobar 8.10, both climbers will be reasonably pleased with their time. Both of them should get seated roughly in the middle. Arco there on the left-hand side. It was a steady performance there from Arco. In fact, just Escobar here. There was just a little bit of a slip, a little bit of hesitation. I think it's the best way of describing it from the Ecuadorian, the Venezuelan. I do beg your pardon. But still, they'll both be there. 16 men, and they're only playing for seeding. So, Quinteros, Viesekovzisk, the world number 1 on the right-hand side, and he's making this look like mincemeat right now. Easy does it. 7:03, and he's had a canter. 8.669 for Andreas Quinteros. Wojciechowski, I do beg your pardon. 7.03, he'll be pleased with the world number 1. 3-time World Cup champion, second in Valdones, his best result this year, but he looks in sparkling form early in the morning here in Arco. The rain's getting a little bit heavier here now, but luckily the speedwalk is under cover. As you can see there on your replay there, it is under the cover, so it shouldn't have much of an effect unless we have a massive gale coming in here. But anyway, so the old Russian derby once again, Abdrakhmanov against Kokorin. Both these Russians struggled, if my memory serves me rightly, in the last climb, so let's see what they can do this time. Both of them get off to a steady start, and one of them has gone already. Abdrakhmanov has gone, Kokorin has also gone. Unbelievable. What happened there? Well, we're going to have to double check here. I'm going to have to get the abacus out here to double check if they've got qualifying times, but that is remarkable. Both of them fell. I'm not sure if it could have been a little bit of sportsmanship here. But one of them slipped, and the other one just fell off the wall. Well, remarkable. Absolutely remarkable. But they've been called away. That's it. That's their time done. So we'll have to wait and see if actually one of them did a time. Interesting. But anyway, third race. Shevchenko of Russia against Isaac Estevez of Ecuador. Here we go. Abdrakhmanov was 6.73 in his first climb, so. And false start again. Yeah, I've just been confirmed by my producer Adrian that both the climbers in the last race have already had good times, so they'll be guaranteed to have some decent seedings. But once again, another false start. Another IFC delegate coming over now, just to chat with Tim Hatch, the starter. 6.73 is the quickest time so far by Abdrakhmanov. So they're just getting reloaded here. Shevchenko, he failed to hit the button the first time around. He's got to give it so he gets in time this time. Otherwise he could be in massive trouble. And he's struggling a little on the left-hand side. Estevez doing quite well here. Is the Ecuadorian. Shevchenko hit the button. He makes sure he does this time. 8.05. Estevez 8.44. Shevchenko. Five-timer second place. The 22-year-old one, number 7. This rain has definitely got heavier now in the last few minutes. Luckily, I've been given a parasol to sit under to watch these climbers. And as I say that, the sun is trying to burst through as well. They say the sun shines on the righteous, and hopefully it'll do so as long as it can this afternoon here in Arco. Oh, Poland derby this time. Komasinski on your left-hand side of your picture didn't fail to hit the button the first time, so he's going to get a time. He'll take the cautious approach, and another false start once again. Wow. I think that's the 7th false start I think we've had in this competition so far. They're just making sure. Yeah, and it was the squirk on the right-hand side. Lucas Swerk has already qualified, so expect him to go lightning fast here Komazinski needs the time, so he's going to take the penetrant approach, but Swerk is quite slow at the blocks. Komazinski is just taking his time here. He's taking it really easy, really easy. Swerk, in fact, missed the button. 7.07 from Komazinski. Lucas Swerk, I think he just took that like a stroll in the park. You know, no effort there whatsoever, but he didn't need to. He's already qualified. 16 men and 17 women. All these guys in the men will go through. So they're all playing for seedings. Leonardo Gontaro from Italy against Bassamoem of France. Gontaro was got cheered on by this partisan crowd earlier on. Let's see if they do the same. They're away. Moem was very quick at the blocks, but no false start has been called. Gontaro's coming back in the no really well, and Gontaro's going to take this surely. Well, then the ball quickly. Wow, 1/100th of a second in that one. Bassamoem 6.92, Gontaro 6.93. Great climbing from both men. This is a great climb. I thought Moem really went on the beat of the bank. Got it, went out the blocks really perfect, and went out to a fantastic start. Gontaro come back at him. It looked like at this point he was going to take it over ahead of the Frenchman, but the Frenchman got there with 1/100th of a second. Great stuff. Next climbers are out, and they're away already. The Russian on the left-hand side, and he's into this riding with 6.90 in fact from the Russian. Johan Lacusta on the right-hand side with a time of 8.14. Sergei Sinitsyn it was, who got there with a time of 6.90, and he was flirting with danger because he didn't actually do a time in his first climb, but still got there really well. It was an excellent climb this from the Russian, in fact. Got there on the button. He did well, beat his French counterpart by at least a good second. Now then, this is where we get the final race. And as you see there, what the rain, you can see on the replay there how heavy it is coming down here. Look, everybody behind me with kagouls up, anoraks, umbrellas ahead. Libor Horza now from the Czech Republic. Bodriev of the Ukraine. Horza gone out like lightning quick. He's up there like Spider-Man. Fantastic self this from the Czech. Bang! 6.46. Great time from the Czech. 7.01 from Bodriev is still respectable. Horza 2/10 off world record pace, and he's coming down shaking his head, looking disappointed. The fourth fastest time in history, I've just been informed by my producer. That was lightning quick from Libor Horza, and he's walking off with disappointment etched on his face. He really did go for that one there. It's a €500 prize, by the way, for anybody who does break the world record. So a little bit of a bonus for anybody who does. Now then, it's ladies' time. On the left-hand side, Andrea Rojas of Ecuador. And on the right-hand side will be Stephanie Pichler of Austria. This rain really is getting heavy now. It's grey clouds all around me. Rockers on the left, Pichler on the right. Women's qualifications getting underway. 17 of them, 16, only 16 go into it. So one of these girls will drop out. Both the climbers getting ready. I'm getting cold to that. Oh, they're just double checking the timing system, in fact. Making sure that's okay. Now they're getting close to the marks. They're away. Good start there from Pickler. Slow and steady, tries to take it, but she's taking, both these climbers taking their time. They're just making sure they're going to get a time. But Rojas is taking an eternity to get up this wall. But Pickler will get there, 10.43. Rojas, a little bit slow this. 13.75. She'll hope to try and better that in her second race. Good start that was from Pickler. I think Rojas did struggle a little there on the early part of this climb. Pickler was just taking it steady for 10 seconds. Was good enough for the Austrian. And she gets the button 3 seconds ahead of her counterpart from Ecuador. On that away again between Lucia Kakova and Maria Ustimienko, and already the Slovakian has gone. Ustimienko was going to take this at a canter, but she's struggling as well. She'd be happy just to get a time in, I think. Wow, this is not quick at all. 17.11 seconds. Mistakes galore in that race. Here's the replay for you. The Slovakian on the left-hand side, the Ukrainian on the right, and the Slovakian got over to the fourth hold and then fell. Very disappointed she must be. But even the Ukrainian just took a lot of time to get up this wall. She did struggle halfway up, and a time of 17 seconds is very much below par for speed climbing. Margot Heats against Ksenia Polkina. Heats of France, Polkina of Russia, they're away. Good start there from the French girl, but the Russians have got a slender lead, but Heats is coming back at it. This could be tight. I think Heats is going to take it though. She slipped though. Polkina should take this, and she slipped as well. Oh, they're both slipping. It's all over the place. Ksenia with a time of 11.7. Margot Heats at a time of 13.02. Wow, mistakes galore. I'm not sure if the rain is actually getting on these holds, in fact, because both climbers were slipping all over the place. Absolute carnage in this race it was. The rain is getting heavier here, but both climbers did really struggle. There's one slip there from the Russian, another slip there from the French girl. Keep behind the Russian on the right hand side of your picture. There's a slip again, and then Heats comes through and slips as well. There's another one. Wow, it's more slips than an England Test match fielding team, honestly. So the next climbers is just getting ready and getting close to the start. Anita Ropek of Poland, Natalia Titova of Russia. Ropek's away. Good start. Titova's also with a good start. So practicing before, she was disappointed with her practice climbs. Let's see how she does with the real thing. Ropek's coming back with a quarter-length lead. She's going to get there first, no doubt. And Titova's missed the button. Another climber's missed the button. She's a little bit disappointed there, but she's still got one more chance. But remember, 17 climbers in the women's race, 16 only go through. So there'll be pressure on the Russian on her second climb. Next two climbers coming out. Sofia Correa, the 18-year-old from Ecuador, against Maria Krasavina of Russia. Both climbers just getting ready. And both of them being called forward. Ecuador v Russia in this race. They're away. Good start there from Krasavina. Korea very slow to start, but once again Krasavina slipped, so they're now neck and neck. Korea now, she's lost her half-length lead, and Krasavina should take this with quite much ease, in fact. And she does so, 12.52. Korea still going strong. Can she break 18 seconds? Can she break 20? Yes, she can. 17.98. A little bit disappointed there from the Ecuadorian. Krasavina, 12.52. Both climbers not very happy with that performance. As you can see, there are a lot of climbers here struggling on this first part. There's a slip there from the Russian. The Ecuadorian took the penitent approach to very much to this climb. Slow and steady all the way up. But the Russian recovered well, but got a time of just over 12 seconds, but she's looking to better that, to make sure she gets a better seeding in the last 16. Next two out, already been called to the blocks. Geda Makina of Russia, Maria Boyko, she just stepped off the wall there. Boyko just make sure to get a little bit of chalk. Make sure she'll get, and now Geda Makina just stepped away as well. You usually get these when it's late in the day. Both of them, but now it's been called away. You usually see this on the knockout stages when they're both, one of them gets on the wall, the other one takes off. A little bit of mind games happening already in this race. This is just the qualifiers. Geda Makina on the left, Boyko on the right. Russia v Ukraine. And they're away they go. Geda Makina has already got a half-length lead over the Ukrainian, and now that's gone to a length. Geda Makina's going to take this with ease, but what's the time going to be? The time's going to be quite good, in fact, 8.58, 9.58. An excellent time from Geda Makina, and Boyko's missed the button and slipped coming off the wall, so she'll be very much disappointed with that climb. But Geda Makina, 9.58. She'll be pleased. The same time, in fact, as Usain Bolt 100-metre world record, 9.58. This is how they climbed. Geda Makina got to a good start. In fact, the Ukrainian didn't do badly either, but another climber taking the penitent approach. Geda Makina took a length lead here, and she was just making sure she was going to secure that good time to make sure she gets to that last 16, and then she can go hell for leather in the next race to make sure she can get a really good seeding in the last 16. Next two climbers coming out on the wall. Claudia Busek of Poland. Yelena Levchikina of Russia. They're away. Levchikina with an excellent start. Busek struggling already at the beginning. Levchikina's already got a one-length lead over the pole, and now she's going to take this with ease. Well, what time is she going to do? Under 10 seconds? Yes, she does. 9.76, 11.43 for the pole. Not a bad effort from both ladies. Excellent start it was from the Russian on the right-hand side, Levchikina. Busek didn't do badly. An average performance. You could say she'll probably want to do better in their second climb, but I think that time may be good enough to get it in so far. Next two climbs are already out. The Ukrainian on the left-hand side, Anastasia Savisko, Simonio Kokova of Slovakia. Savisko on the left, Kokova on the right. Here we go. It's game time. And then away. Good stuff from Savisko. Kokova a little bit struggling a little early on, and Savisko had already slipped. Well, so a lot of climbers are slipping on these walls this morning. But Savisko will get there quite comfortably. In fact, 12.09, and just seeing if Kokova can break 20 seconds here. She is struggling all the way up this wall, taking her time. And she's not going to break 20 seconds, in fact. 20, she even missed the button right at the death. Dear, oh dearie me. 12.09 from Savisko. Kokova will have one more opportunity. Both climbers taking their time early on in this race. The Ukrainian slipping early. The Slovakian got back into the race, but then took an eternity to get up the middle part of this wall. bear in mind the world record is 8 and a bit seconds. 22 is, you can definitely say, is very much below par. Now they're just double checking the start list here to make sure they're getting the right climbers out here, because there's only 17 ladies and they don't go out in evens, so there will be a little bit of a odd climber, you could say. This is Stephanie Piekler on the left hand side. And then Maria Ustimenko. Hold on. Monika Prokupik of Poland, and Stephanie Piekler. Piekler on the Austrians already had one climb this morning. She did alright in that one as well. Monika Prokupik of Poland as well. And now the jury president just running back, making sure everything's in order, and he's happy.
That's okay, that way.
Piekler on the left.
Okay,
Prokupik on the right.
you're welcome. See you.
Just in the second half, these ladies' qualifications. They're away. Piekler off very, very quickly. And doing an excellent effort here is the Austrian. Prokupik on the right hand side though, trying to come back at her. She's still trying to come back, but it's going to be Piekler getting there first. 9.99 seconds. And Monika Prokupik 10.42. Respectable from both ladies. Excellent start there was from the Austrian. She went really quickly. I was a little bit surprised it wasn't a false start, in fact, but she got. But everybody was happy, so it was an excellent start that was from the Austrian. She timed it perfectly and getting in just under 10 seconds. Next two climbers to come out will be Andrea Rojas on the right hand side and Maria Ustimenko on the left hand side. Rojas from Ecuador took a little bit of time on her first climb. Let's hope she can better it this time. Both climbers been called to their marks. Then away, Ustimenko very slow. And Ustimenko was with the false start. They'll just reload. Yes, Ustimenko was with the false start. As the rain here is turned to drizzle now, so very unusual weather they get in northern Italy. As the organiser said to me, it's autumnal. It's weather you get in the autumn around here, but September 1st? It's nearly autumn, summer's nearly over. But we're away here next climb. Rokas with a decent start, but Ustimenko has done well. She's already got a half a third, but Rokas trying to come back at her. Rokas has come back, she's done well, but she's gone! As the Ecuadorian. Oh, she's disappointed. Very disappointed. Ustimenko gets there though with a time of 13.06. And the Ecuadorian has got the word disappointment etched on her forehead right now. Absolutely gutted she is. The Ukrainian was got a good start. Rokas did come back here. She did come back well. She got a half-length deficit back to. She was nearly ahead there, and then all of a sudden halfway up the wall here, she just slipped, gone. Good night, Vienna. That is her tournament probably over. Next climber has been called to the blocks. Lucia Kokova and Katina Pochakina. Pochakina, going after the, well, she's going to win this with ease, in fact. Kokova took quite a while on her first go. 10.13 from Pochakina. Now what can Kokova do? Can she get there with the time? No, she doesn't. Oh, yes, she does, just about. Her fingertips got to it at 16.38 seconds. Clover looking very, very dejected there. She came down the wall. I think she must think she can do better. Next climbers are already out, in fact. Here's the replay. Polchakina doing well here on the left of your screen. I think it was very much a I won't say textbook performance, but it was, she was more or less in second gear, I think, making sure she's getting that time. She wasn't taking a blind bit of notice of her opponent, but she did well to get a good time at 10.13. Natalia Titova gets Margot Heats. Both been called to their marks. They're away. Titova now. An excellent do it. Margot Heats coming back in as well. Titova's struggling. She didn't do a time in her first climb. She makes sure she got to do one this time though. Margot Heats is gone. Scream of anguish. 11.13 from Titova. Heats disappointed, but she comes down with a smile on her face. Titova it was. She slipped there. She hung on well though. It was an excellent. There's where Heats went, and anguish. Massive scream of anguish. She was disappointed there. Krasavina, no, false start. Krasavina and Ropek this time. Russia v Poland. They're away. Good start from both climbers, Ropek especially. But Krasavina's coming back with it, and she's now really getting up the gears. She's already got a half-length lead over the pole, and she's going to take this easily. Surely, good time. 9.59 in fact. 10.13 from Ropek. An excellent climb from both climbers. 9.59 in fact puts Krasavina in second place. Ropek with her climb, I think that's got her up to 5th place as well, so both of them will be well seeded for the knockout stages. Excellent climb it was from both these climbers. You can see why they're well ranked on the World Cup circuit. No mistakes. Excellent climb from both, and they will be pleased with their work. Maria Boyko of the Ukraine, Sofia Correa of Ecuador. As the rain continues to come down here in Arco. Both being called to the blocks by the IFSC delegates. Boyko v Correa. They're away this time. Boyko it was with a good start. Correa struggling again. She took a long time in her first climb, so Boyko will win this race probably with ease, in fact. But what time will she do it in? She's already over 11 seconds, 12 seconds. 13.32. It might just squeeze it in. Korea isn't taking an absolute eternity here. Over 20 seconds. 19.99. Squeezes in under 20 seconds. But both climbers will be a little bit disappointed with their performance there. Both of them in the mid-teens with their times. The late teens for the Ecuadorian, in fact, and maybe they know they can do better. So, as I said, a lot of mistakes being made from both climbers there. A few of them slipped, but they remained on the wall just to register a time. All Russian derby. Levichikina, Gay Demakina. This will be quick. They're away. Gay Demakina on the right hand side, Levichikina on the left, and neck right now. Nobody's got a lead on this one. Levichikina maybe with the right, a slender lead. Who's in there first? Oh, it's going to be Gay Demakina as Levichikina missed the button. And in fact, Gay Demakina missed the button anyway. Oh, Levichikina wins it, 11.27. Good start from both these climbers. I think they've already registered the time already. Levichikina. Yeah, Gay Demakina with 9.58, so it didn't really matter. And 9.76 from Levichikina, so in all fairness, both these climbers already registered something. It was a bit of a practice climb, you could say, as they prepare themselves for the last 16, which will take place after these qualifiers, after the men's round of 16 takes place, which will be after these ladies' qualifiers, which will take place very shortly. Kokova on the left hand side, Busek on the right. We're away, Busek on the right hand side, Kokova on the left. Busek now, heading up the wall, she's taking this with relative ease in fact. What's the time going to be? 10.45, Kokova. She took her time on her first climb, she's taking her time on her second as well. What time was she registered? 17, 18, oh she's missed the button. Never mind. Disappointment there for the Slovakian. Busek it was. Good climb there from the pole. Puts her in 8th place right now. At 10.45. So she'll be happy. She'll be here for the round of 16. Monica Prokupik, Anastasia Savisko. They're getting loose, they're getting ready. This is the final climb of the women's qualification. They're away. Prokupik with a slender start. Savisko is, but they're both neck and neck. Savisko with probably a little bit of the lead, but now here comes the pole coming back at her. Neck and neck, this will be on the button, and it is 10.18 from Savisko, 10.29 from Prokupik. The Ukrainian wins. Well, right now, a lot of the men are getting ready. I think they may be getting ready to do this straight after these women's qualifications, in fact. I think that this rain, I think it might be putting making sure everybody gets out there and gets out of the arena quickly, because it is, even though it's September 1st, it is cold. It is surprisingly cold here. I'm wearing a massive jacket in my CompPetition position in front of the speed wall here, with a shirt on underneath. I still feel a little bit cold.